Hello and welcome to another Ask Us Anything Friday Live with me, Kate R, for Intrepid English. So, as always, on Fridays, I go live and I share a really interesting pronunciation, grammar, vocabulary point that either one of my students have asked me or that I have come across and I thought I really would love to share with you who are learning English so that you can improve your English. And be sure to, if you like these kind of videos and you love learning a bit of English, having some useful tips, then please click the like button and also subscribe so that you get notified every Friday I go live and you can improve your English for free that way. And if you ever want any more personalized help, be sure to comment below with any of your questions, or you can also book a trial lesson with me at any point, and I can see if I can help you in any way in English, in grammar, pronunciation, vocabulary, any way I can help you improve. So today I had a really interesting question from one of my students, which was, what is the difference between bath and bath? Now, they are exactly the same word and they have exactly the same meaning, but there are two pronunciations. And the reason for this is it depends where you are from, where the native speaker is from. So, this difference in pronunciation is clearest between Northern England and Southern England, but it's also the difference between New Zealand and Australia as well. So, you can possibly tell from my accent, I have a typical BBC accent, which is the received pronunciation accent, and typical of Southern England. But I have lots of friends in Northern England who say the same words, but differently. And this is called the trap bath split. So no one really knows the reason why this split happened, why some people say bath and some people say bath, but it happened around the mid 17th century, and it's also not clear why it's with some words and not with others. I'm afraid it's just the way it is, as it often is with English. So let's go through a few of the words that are pronounced differently depending if you are from Northern England or Southern England. So I say, as I said, I say bath with the long vowel sound. And someone from Northern England will say bath with the short like cat. So I'm saying bath like car, R, and they say bath like cat. And so that's with many words that are ending with TH. So bath, aftermath, they would say aftermath. Okay, it can also be with words ending with a f sound. So, for example, laugh. I say laugh, they say laugh. I say staff, they say staff. It can also be when it ends with ft. So, for example, raft, not raft. Oh, raft, I say, and they in the north they would say raft. They would also say after, and I say after. Another example is example, where I say example and they say example. Also, a classic is grass. And in the north they say grass. There's also glass in the south, and in the north, glass. Okay, there's also fast and fast. Nasty, nasty. Okay, there really is no real reason why we have these words like this. And what's the most annoying thing is that there are many words where there isn't a split. So, for example, I said that glass and grass, but if we're going to say crass, I don't say crass, I say crass. I say it like the north. So that is where a word hasn't been split and the south has changed it, because the original way was with and it's the south that changed to r. Okay, so I say crass like the north. I also say ant like the north. I say finance like the north. Finance, I don't say finance. Okay, and there's no real reason why we have this split and why some words are different, but they just are. So there is no difference between if you hear different ways of pronunciating things. For example, if you hear branch rather than branch, they're exactly the same. Or if you hear aunt and ant, okay, that's not ant, animal. That's aunt as in your mother's sister or your father's sister. So if you hear these differences, they mean the same thing. It's just in the 17th century, the southern part of England decided to pronounce some words differently. So I hope that helps, and I hope that was an interesting tip. And as I say, be sure to subscribe for more videos every Friday so that you can see and improve your English. Bye now.